Hi everyone, Ted here. I'd just like to introduce Margot, our Kaizen expert, and Matt from IAC, and we're going to kind of talk about what happened with our growth from moving from the previous warehouse to this warehouse.
Well, thank you, Ted, for the introduction. My name is Matt McConnell, and I'm with IAC Industries. I wanted to talk about my initial experience with Goodwill, and who brought me to that experience is Ted and Margot. And the first time I got to meet Ted and Margot of Goodwill was when they brought me into the old facility that was only about 12,500 square feet. That facility is off of Fairview, and today we're sitting in Yale, which is 33,000 square feet. So you can see how the growth has taken place, and our product's been a contributor to that. But my first experience really was Goodwill. Great, we get to go to a meeting at Goodwill. What are they going to buy benches and workstations for? Because when I first thought about Goodwill, I thought about the donation centers. And I really never had an experience of behind the scenes like I've gotten to have today and in the past and moving forward. And that experience really was the lifestyle that Goodwill is, the living strong methodology and the unbelievable nature of the employees. When we first got to Goodwill off of Fairview, I'm not kidding when we say that it was only 12,500 square feet and just full of every product that you can think of. And it was an amazing experience for me because I've never seen anything like that before. It was a little bit unorganized, I guess you can say, Ted, in the beginning, and that's what Ted got to be tasked with, and what our efforts essentially got to contribute to. Margot had just an unbelievable vision for what she wanted to see Goodwill evolve to, and part of that vision was premised on Kaizen and lean manufacturing. The vision was really to create efficiencies within Goodwill's current environment and how they're going to do that. And I believe that we've had the opportunity to do that together. And for me, my colleague that joined me is John Nody, and he's unfortunately not going to be able to be here today. But his experience alone, who's the engineer of the products that we'll be introducing, was just amazing. Today what we're going to be able to do is introduce IAC's product, and we'll be going outside in a little bit to do so. But really, I thought to introduce Margot. I know Ted has given his own introduction, but Margot really working in tandem with Ted was a driving force into the engineering and the style of the products that we're going to be seeing. IAC Industries has a lot of standard product, and Goodwill will be having the opportunity to have a lot of those standard products throughout your facilities due to the corporate contract that we do have with Goodwill. And you will be able to get those in there at a much lesser price than the majority of the people get to pay. But with that said, we got to do custom work, which is non-standard work. And it's really the devotion that Margot was able to put in and the passion to deliver the products that you have out there on the floor.
Well, my vision was to go above and beyond just get a standard table and chair that would fit just an average person. We wanted to be able to be unique enough to work custom stations for someone tall, someone short, so that it was comfortable for them to work in. And I did research and I looked at a lot of companies, and it was basically, well, this almost works, well, this is sort of what you want, and it just wasn't good enough. I mean, what we really wanted was exactly what we wanted, and it wasn't until I met both Matt and John of IAC that we found exactly what we wanted. And it's just been an amazing journey. Your commitment and dedication to our goal and mission really made a partnership that's, I think, beyond even my expectations. And I can't say enough of how glad we are that we have been able to do this and create what we have, because we have definitely met our goal in the mission of helping others while they work in production, increasing production, just the whole atmosphere of where they work. So I couldn't be happier.
Kindest words I think I've heard about IAC. Now we also have Pollock and Edgar over here. And one of the big differences that you can see in the table is the actual height. And where the height is, you can see that division there. And these are adjustable height dimension 4 workstations. And basically they're completely modular and linear. So one of the things that you're seeing is that each upright is actually connected to each other by the work surface. And what that means is that you only have to buy a single upright to add in and make additional benches. these benches were made specifically for Goodwill's process, where the one side, the back side, that we'll see in a little bit, is actually the photo area. Moving over to this area over here is where they actually post the photos to go online, to be sold. So the main thing that Ted and Margot wanted to do with Goodwill was make sure that all the employees are comfortable in their work setting. Matt again, IAC Industries. Where we are today now on this side is on the photography section of Goodwill's process. So you can see one of the things that we created here at Goodwill was a turntable. Picture a camera taking photography in a 360 motion to where you can get all angles. So whether you're taking a video and posting it online for 360 degrees, or whether you're taking 16 different shots and popping it into a software that gives you that same presence without being on a video. That's what we're doing here. Now this is an additional accessory to the Dimension 4 workstations that we just talked about a moment ago. Matt again, IAC Industries. And what we're talking about today is a little bit of a larger turntable that we created specifically for Goodwill's photography process. As you can see, this specific function is pretty self-explanatory. This is being used for the bikes. And so what we did here is we just used a simple exaggeration of a size in the turntable, made it a little bit larger, and we made these proprietary to Goodwill brackets to hold the bike. So that way when you twist the bike, you don't actually have to have any clamps or anything that would get in the way of the photography. You can see that it's somewhat camouflaged by the color of the tires. You can move this around, take, just like we saw before, a 360 degree shot. Very easy to put the bike here, very easy to take the bike off, and very easy to post online. This is one of our favorite designs for Goodwill, and also is a product that we will be raffling to any Goodwill participant who sends us their contact information, which is my contact information is going to be provided to you by Ted at the end of this presentation.